Hi, I'm Lanita Medina, and I am a Creative Memories advisor, and I have been scrapbooking for 33 years with Creative Memories. And so I have just loved the older ideas, but using newer products. And I kept looking at things, thinking, wow, these would be so fun using our new Creative Memories products. So for my YouTube channel, you can expect ideas like what's old is new again and some product knowledge and just fun stuff like that. This is my second one, so welcome. And I have some formulas for success here, and I started with last week with one, which I will show you later because I want to clarify something on that one. But just to show you that this is what was before 17 years ago, and I'm updating it with current products here. Kind of looks a little bit the same, right? Maybe a little bit. Very fun. And so on this one, I just have to do a little side note. So last time I showed these, who remembers the strips and triangles? That's kind of what this is, you know, the basis of it. Squares, triangles, strips. And somebody sent me a picture saying, yeah, I have some of those around too. Hey, use this idea using those older things if you want to. But I mean, we still have, these are new things that I pulled off my table. We still have things like these, and that's kind of what this is about. But I will show you with big pieces of paper just so that you can see what it is from start to finish, and then know that you can use scraps for this. And I will just get started with this idea here. And I want to put the directions. I'm going to set them right here and set this over here. That way you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to start by cutting everything and then assembling. I like to do that. The first piece I'm going to cut is this strip right here. Now again, if you may have strips, look at the strips I found in my stuff. I used some since last time, but you know, I could literally pull that one and it would work. But I'm going to cut them for you. But, you know, just know that you can pull things out and they will work. The measurement for this, for the longer strip, it's a 1/2 inch by 12. And I am going to actually use the back of this. This is from the Endless Meadows paper, and this is the designer paper. So you can see that it is that one right there. That's grass on one side. We'll talk a little bit more about the grassy part on that. And so I'm just going to cut myself a 1/2 inch by 12. So obviously this is a 12-inch piece of paper, so a 1/2 inch, and I like to go this direction when I'm cutting. So I'll do that, and there we go. All right, so that's that. That's ready, and I'm going to set it there so I know that it's my long strip. This is a wider one than most of them. If you look at some of the older ideas, one of the ones that I shared before that was like this is a skinnier strip. So just know that you can really use whatever you have. So on this one, if you want the grass to be in one direction, then I will show you on that one for this, just a little bit on that. But actually, since the squares are on here first, I'm going to do the squares first. Now, I do like mixing paper. This blue, because I felt like it went well with, it just contrasted nicely. It's kind of a darker blue. And I found it in the Welcome Home. I like to really blend the packs of paper because I feel like if I don't have the right color that I like, I can always find another one in Creative Memories paper that matches really, really well. And so this square will be, or this strip will be 1.5, and I'm going to make 3 squares. All right, so 1.5, and that will be that. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that at 1.5, and then my inner squares will be 1 1/4, but there will be 3 of these. That, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, is that? Sometimes people say that it goes too fast, so I'm going a little slow. Right, and the lines don't necessarily matter or directional. It only matters if it matters to you. The inside of the squares, I used this Endless Meadows from the Tone on Tone paper. Again, another one of my favorites. I just love these colors. So there's that one, and I wanted a dark color, but for this blue, like I was showing you, but not too close to the purple, so that's why I chose another color. This doesn't matter the direction either, only if it matters to you. So I'm going to cut it at 1 1/4, and I'll go on this side here and cut. There's that. This over, and then I'll do 3 of these at 1 1/4. There's that, and this, and that. Okay, so there are those. That's ready, and that one just didn't quite get finished. Okay, and then the next cutting that I'm going to do is this one. And what I'm saying is these are rectangles, but we're going to make them into arrows, I guess it could be, or ribbon, but it would be a backwards ribbon because they're more of the arrows. And this would be 1 1/2 by 3 1/4. Now here's where I'm saying, like, if you want your grass to be up and down, then you would want to do your 3 1/4 first. If it doesn't matter, then save paper by going this direction and do your 1 1/2, because then you'll just, you can just go down this way. So that, what I mean by that would be to cut yourself a strip, and then this would be just cut in half, and you can use that. But if it matters, then let's do it. Let's say that it matters because, some of you are real precise and want the grass to be up and down. I'll tell you, some of this stuff doesn't necessarily matter because your pictures are what matter, right? I had to think there a little bit. I was looking at the idea thinking, are pictures covering it? So here's the thing. This is a decoration, and then your pictures are going to cover this entire page. And so that's also what you want to think about. Now this is 1 1/2 this way, so I'm going to go on this side. Say 1 1/2, yeah, I did, okay. And then I'm going to show you a few little tricks on cutting the arrow or backwards ribbon, okay? There we go. So there's that. And then a while ago in the mystery box, we had this 3-in-1 ribbon punch. So there have been lots of requests on how to use this the backwards way. That's why I decided to show it. But I am going to show you also how to do it the other way in case you don't have this. Because I do want for you to be able to make these ideas, not just, see this and say, well, I don't have that, so I can't do that. Yes, you can. You can make these ideas. So I'm putting this in backwards way. And I'll just pull it up until I'm pretty close to the end here. Let's see, there we go. And I want to center it. And then I will cut. Now to do the other side, you can literally fold it in half. And since we want it to match this one, this is about a half of an inch. So I'm just going to measure a 1/2 inch to the edge, and I'll just mark it with a pen. I'm pretty bad at measuring, but I realize that we do want to measure. So you'll have 2 little peaks on this one. So there's that one. I'm going to go that direction, and there we go. So there's our piece. So see, both ways work. Isn't that great? So you saw the backwards way, using your ribbon punch the backwards way, right? And I think that's nice because you can use any size that may fit in here. I'll do that way. And I'll do the other one that way. way also, and I'm just going to get rid of that little piece. And then, let's see, fit it in there. So some of these things are neat little techniques that you can, you know, just translate or use for other ideas too. All right, so there's that. Now we have, oh, and by the way, because of the idea I'm making, that fold doesn't matter. But remember that a lot of times we do folds on purpose to make the page look better, or, you know, a design. So don't worry about things like that. Okay, so here we are. And I'll just go ahead and adhere these. So a little bit of adhesive on the bottom part of the square. Place that on, put this on. And, oh, here I'm turning it. It really doesn't matter, right? Because I can just turn the square itself. Okay. Now, for this piece here, I'm going to move this up and move this over. What I want you to notice is that this strip is on top, right? And that just is just a little tiny bit of a different thing than maybe we normally do. So how will you know, like, if they're even or not? That's where your 13 by 13 inch mat comes in. So I'm just going to pop this right under here. And let's just see if, and so here I will know by looking, let's just raise this up just a bit. And there we go. Okay, yeah. And so if I want the equal distance from here to here and here to here, then this is where the 13 by 13 inch mat comes in very, very handy. And I am just going to put a little bit of adhesive on these, just in the middle section, and I'll explain why in just a bit. There we go. So if I look at these, and I'm just kind of, right now I'm just kind of eyeballing it, but I know that it's going to be more or less like that. So I want some room in between here. I want some of this to show. And so I'm going to say it's at 2 inches, so 1 and 2. So I need to scooch that back in. Okay, so to there. And then this is at 1 and at 2. And so we are at that part. All right, so I'm just going to take these off. I was just wanting to show you how you can, oh, that one's supposed to come up. How you can kind of see whether that's going to work or not on your initial one. Like I have mine to go by here, and you can see mine here, but when you're first working on it. And that's one of the reasons why I said to put the adhesive here, because it's a lot easier to move this piece around if you put the adhesive on the bottom part and not on this. And so now what I want to make sure is that this goes on top. And that's just, like I said, that's just the idea. It's going on top. And I want this to be in the middle. So there's that. Then just add your little pieces here. So a little bit of adhesive. And your middle piece is the one that's going to be smack in the middle. So that's that. And then this is going to tuck under. So you notice that I did not put adhesive on the whole thing because I want to be able to tuck it under. So there's that. Well, it could stick a little better, couldn't it? So there's that, and just a little. So notice that you really didn't have to do that beveled edge. But what if you just wanted to do a border like this? If you bevel that, look how pretty that looks. This is the beauty of a border like this. You can literally change it around depending on your needs or, what you want to show. Like what if you wanted to show that part? So I really like that about this one. And otherwise, you can just tuck it under. Okay, that little piece looks a little bit crooked, but I think it'll be okay, and tuck that under. Okay, so now there we go. Now all it is decorating. Did I not put enough on this? I guess I just need to press on it and get it to stick. Okay, now just decorate it. So, oh wait, I need to put this strip, don't I? So before I put this on top, I'm going to decorate this piece. And here's the nice thing about these strips. I am using stickers from the Endless Meadows also. And here's this one here. So I'm going to use, like I showed here, I'm going to use the little pansy, and here's a little flower, maybe one of the smaller ones, a little bee. Bees are really in now, really popular. And then from this one, I like this set because there are strips, 3 of them. Very fun strips too, by the way, which this is one that I showed last week. So here is a full quote, okay? But because I'm putting a flower there and I would lose some of the quote, I'm going to cut the quote. So where should I cut it? I am going to cut it here and actually cut off the Sam Cooke part. So let me cut that off. And I'll just stick it over here for now. And then someone is where I'm going to cut there. And then this one can go all the way here. You could cut a little bit on the other side. And I'm not putting foam squares on that part. There we go. And there. So now there's room for my decoration. A little simple decoration. And of course, ladies, foam squares. Oh my goodness. Love, love, love the foam squares. I don't know if you know, but there are the little ones and the bigger ones, both in one pack. Here's another just quick little tip. If you cut something else out and put a foam square on it and then you decide not to use it, just pop it back onto this. It holds it really well, it keeps it, and then you can have it later. So see, that one is there ready for some other time when I need it. Right, so just quickly put it on. And a little bee. And I'm not gonna, now that one is kind of an upside down one. There must be another one here somewhere. I'll grab that at least. Well, that bee is gonna go on this side because I think that on this, I don't know, it's upside down somehow, but there we go. Okay, just very simple, very easy and quick. And there you go. Now, very quickly, last week I mentioned to you all that last week when I made this one that was the retro one, notice how the strips are on top on my samples. The one that I made for the first YouTube that I did, I actually put it underneath and I did not even notice. Later I thought, oh yeah, I was supposed to say that you can do on top or underneath. Totally forgot. So I just wanted to show you, if you want to go watch that YouTube, this is what you're going to see, the 2 long ones with the strips on top and the one underneath. It just adds another little piece to it. And like I said, this is from this one from 17 years ago, but we will end with this. Oh, hold on, don't want to end yet because I need to remind you that I want to thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, which is let's see, it is Scrapbooking with Lanita. There we go. That's what it's called, Scrapbooking with Lanita. Well, you're here now, so you know that, right? Also, if you want to purchase any of the supplies that I talked about, that's my website. And I have a Facebook page. And you can do a nice little like on it called Creative Memories Scrapbooking with Lanita. So thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to post another little idea next Wednesday. So be watching every Wednesday for some very fun new idea. Again, thank you for watching.